Hey there, Sagittarius. How you doing today? Oh, my name is Cheryl Lynn, and I'm here to do your, this is like your weekly reading. I know the weekly readings didn't get out this week, so this is a different version of them because the bonus readings aren't out either. So this week, this is the one and only, I guess, for this time. Anyways, this one's for my Sagittariuses, and hopefully by next week, I will be back to normal and have everything back on schedule, okay? Okay, so it's just fresh out of the shuffler there. Here we go. Let's see what you get for this week. Okay, Sagittarius, we're going to open this one up with the moon. Okay. So we've got the moon to the hangman. And then the ace of swords. So this is your backstory or your recent past. Currently I have you, whoa, with the 2 of cups. I'm throwing cards around. Then I've got the 7 of wands. And then the 4 of swords. In the near future, we're looking at the World card, the Emperor, and then the 10 of Pentacles, okay? The bottom of the deck for this particular reading is, the Fool. So it would appear that the undercurrent to this entire reading is a strong desire by you for whatever, a strong desire you have right now to take a leap of faith away from the current situation you find yourself in, is how this appears, okay? The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is speaking of you being very defensive. You're defensive towards something, or if you're feeling as though you have to defend something, I'm not sure yet, but we will see as we go forward, okay? All right, so to start, let's start with the recent past. We have the moon, the hangman, and in the challenge position we have the ace of swords. So the moon would speak to you not seeing everything around you, or in your current situation clearly. You're not seeing everything clearly. The hangman would say that you're feeling quite stuck right now. And then the ace of swords in the challenge position would say that the challenge is the truth. That is the sword of truth. So the truth is what the challenge is, which fits in with the moon, right? So this is feeling as though possibly somebody has been very deceptive towards you or been misleading, and you know something's up, but you haven't figured out exactly what it is or something like that, or you have a generalized concept of what's going on, but you really don't know the details. There's something like that happening here. Or this is what happened in the recent past. I'm sorry, this is your backstory or your recent past. So in the recent past, you were definitely being deceived by somebody or misled. And it made you feel very stuck as you tried to figure out what was what the truth was. The challenge being trying to get to the bottom of things and find the truth, right? So that's it. Whatever we're talking about right here has already happened, okay? Because this is your backstory, but this is what we're coming from, okay? And then I see how the Fool plays in because you just want to leap away from it all. Okay, currently I have you with the 2 of Cups, followed by the 7 of Wands, and in the challenge position, I have the 4 of Swords. So the 2 of Cups would say that what we're talking about up here in the recent past was a divine union of some sort. The whole situation left you incredibly defensive, not just towards the person responsible, but in general, just in general defensive. It made you second guess everything that you knew, you know what I'm saying, because of the deception involved. The 4 of Swords would say that you absolutely needed time to heal, and taking that time was a big obstacle. It wasn't easy for you to find time to try to heal. Okay. All right, what do we got in the near future? Now we're looking at the World card, the Emperor, and then we have the 10 of Pentacles. So the World card would tell me that this has been a very difficult cycle in general, and it was a very difficult cycle to try to close out, right? However, it does look like here in the near future, the cycle finally does completely close out for you as far as this situation goes. The Emperor is how you're presenting here. So you are definitely presenting as the person who is in charge of your kingdom, okay? Whoever might be under you in your kingdom, it doesn't matter, but whatever it is, it's you that's calling the shots, okay? Nobody else. The challenge here is your 10 of Pentacles, and that is because you felt your 10 of Pentacles was going to lie at the end of one road, and obviously that road has now been changed. And so you have to reestablish yourself to find the 10 of Pentacles at a different destination, it looks like. It does look like you are preparing to take a leap of faith off into something different because you have to get away from whatever this was. This just turned toxic for some reason. Behind the Fool, I have the 3 of Wands, and then I have have the Ace of Cups. So this tells me that you are definitely trying to forward focus. You know, you're trying to look forward to the future, trying to leave this arduous situation here behind you. With the Ace of Cups, there is some sort of an opportunity to refill your cup here, to bring in some kind of love. I don't know. I don't know that I feel like you're on board with that, but it is there. For some reason, it's coming in. Let me see. What else you got? So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Chariot. I think you are totally invested at this point in your own healing and in your own ability to move forward, you know. With the Judgment card, I do feel like you had to call judgment on somebody in this situation, and that wasn't easy for you to do. And with the Chariot, I feel like it's all about forward motion now. It's all about you trying to, you know, get away from this. This turned toxic, and it's not where you want to be anymore. You're trying to build in a positive way, and that's not what was happening here. Let me get three more. I've got the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Death card. This was definitely a catalyst to a transformation in your life that I believe was necessary, and I do believe in the long run it will be a transformation that will greatly benefit you. Doesn't make it any easier to go through it, but it was something that was necessary and something that is going to benefit you in the long run. You're still stressed out about it with the Nine of Swords, and then there is the Ace of Wands is all about you trying to find new inspiration or find a way to jump out of bed every morning, you know, eager to go out there and fight a new day. I'm sure that's difficult some days right now, but you can do it, okay? Okay, let's see, days of the week. What'd you get for Thursday? I have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups. There's definitely a sense of public recognition here, and you are definitely on the upside of it. Nine of Cups would speak of your wish fulfillment. You're trying to zero in on it, I think. Friday, I've got the Knight of Wands and then the Page of Pentacles. So this is you trying to learn new things, build a new foundation for yourself. Knight of Wands is all about forward motion. Again, trying, you know, being fired up about something, I think. Saturday, I've got the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Spoons. Sorry, Knight of Swords. Eight of Swords, Knight of Swords. This is you trying to find clarity, but being too far up in your head. You're overthinking things on Saturday. You need to let it go. Sunday, I have the Nine of Wands and then Temperance. Temperance is your card anyway, Sagittarius, so this is you standing in your power. Nine of Wands, you are wounded. This has been a difficult situation to get through, but give yourself some patience and understanding. You'll get through it. It's just one step in front of the other, right? That's all you can do at this point. I think you've done a great job. I think things were definitely stacked against you, and this was not an easy situation to try to navigate, but it looks as though you have come out the other side of it really doing fairly well. You're going to be okay. Just keep pushing forward, okay? All right, that's what I have for you this week. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best week you possibly can. Oops, if you don't mind right now, can you do me a favor and hit the like, share, follow, or comment, one or all of them? It helps me out a bunch, and I greatly appreciate you for doing it. If anybody's looking for a private reading, just send me a message, and I will get you the details, and we'll work it out. I'll never reach out to you first. If somebody does, that's not me. It's a scam. So please treat it accordingly. I think that's it. Okay? Thanks.